All right, let's do this. Ads, baby. Ads, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Ads.
wait, let's do that again, man.
Ads, baby.
Ads,
Ads, baby.
baby. Ads, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Ads.
wait, let's do that again, man.
Ads, baby. Ads,
I don't
baby.
know. I'm fucking just trying to fucking get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't know why I can't figure this out, bro. I thought it's like every other time, right?
Where the fuck is McClay? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bogcast. What's up, McClay?
Chilling, brother.
You doing all right?
I thought I was getting close to being over this shit, and you know, like how sometimes when you're like still kind of sick and you do too much and it just fucking hits you like a fucking ton of bricks. That's how it was today. We were supposed to, for everybody out there, we were supposed to do a members only in studio show today, and I had to call Keith and be like, bro, I ain't gonna make it. Like, if
It's all good, man.
My ass. So
Yeah, I just want you to focus on getting better anyway, you know. So fuck, it's been like what, 2 weeks now?
dude, over 2 weeks, man. It was San Diego Comic-Con. I came back the Sunday night of San Diego Comic-Con, and just got my ass kicked, man. It was like,
Fuck yeah, man.
Well,
once you fucking get better, we'll get you in the studio. We'll record some episodes. We'll also get you to sign that poster so we can get that out to homie that won the poster a couple weeks ago during the caption contest.
Shout out Raymond Camacho.
Yeah, speaking of that, what are you guys smoking today? Just let us know what strain you're smoking. I just randomly picked someone in the comments to send some free stickers and magnets to. Last week, the winner again is Stoutman. So yeah, I think he's won like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. Instead of sending him the same exact stickers, I ordered some new stickers coming in. So if you could just be patient, I'll send you a group of new stickers and stuff like that. So
shout out Stoutman.
Have you smoked since then yet?
Bro,
last episode you still haven't smoked.
I still had, yeah. So I had to, like, the other day I rolled one up and smoked it, and it was nice.
Like a blunt?
It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. But
did you get fucked up?
Oh yeah, bro. It was interesting because, you know, I haven't been ingesting that tobacco also.
Yeah, totally. You probably got like a super head rush, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that being said, I'm back on the RSO. Thank God for the RSO. By the way, you guys,
I got my RSO too.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. Do you got yourself a pill over there?
Guess what I got?
A sleeping. Oh, nice. You got the fish oil, brother.
That'd be hilarious if I put it on a sleeping pill.
I'm putting it on some zinc right now, brother.
You should explain to people what RSO is, so they don't think we're just getting ready to shoot.
Yeah, shoot heroin or something. So for those of
because
you
it
guys
does
that don't
look
know,
like fucking
it does.
heroin.
It does. And this is RSO. It's comes out like toothpaste, and it does look like heroin in its plunger. But this stuff is a lifesaver, you guys.
Did I
Rick
get
Simpson
the McClay
oil.
dose right?
Yep.
Did I get the dose right?
Rick Simpson oil, if you guys want to look it up, it's also sometimes called Phoenix Tears. This is the stuff that saved my brother's life. My brother had osteosarcoma bone cancer. He went through probably the roughest type of chemo that you can go through for a good 6 months, and it wasn't working. And a really good friend of ours, that meant a lot to a lot of people, hit me up and said, "Hey, I got something that might help your brother." He hooked me
I think
up
that's
with
before we
RSO.
even knew what it was, right?
Yeah, we weren't. We
Like we kind of
weren't
heard
even
about
into
it, but yeah.
So shout out to Soggy Kush hit me up, and he said, "Hey, I got something to help your brother. I'll get him 800 milligrams a day. Make sure he takes at least 800 milligrams a day." So that's what we did. And I tell the story on the Bogcast. I've told the story on the Bogcast before. But basically, my brother he was not eating. He was not drinking, nothing. And I forced him to take a pill. And within an hour, he was sitting on a couch eating food for the first time in a long time. And it continued to help him. And the doctor literally told me and my mom one day when we were down at the hospital with him that if it wasn't for the RSO, my brother wouldn't be around to this day. And it 100% helped save his life.
He said that kind of like secretly, right?
Secretly, yeah.
He's
He
like, hey, by
kicked
the
out the
way,
nurses. Yeah.
yeah.
And so my whole family takes it. My dad takes it every night before he goes to sleep.
How often do you take it?
I take it every night. Every night.
Just once every night? Yeah.
I take it every night. I sometimes take it in the day. Like I like to take it in the day if I know I'm not going to be doing that much in the day, or like I've been sick lately. I've been doubling up on it.
Are you immune to it, or is it still like fuck you up? Like, do you
It
still
still
get high
gets me
with it?
high.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll be honest, like I really like the 1-to-1, the 1-to-1 CBD to THC.
Is that the
If you
drip?
remember, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
drip.
got. Yeah, I got that also.
Yeah. I really like drip right now. I'm a fan of it. They do a good job. They're a little pricey. One of these days, I'll figure out a way to hook up with somebody that's making it, for a little bit cheaper. But that being said, one of our good friends, Chris Martin, told us about many moons ago about changing it up and even trying to do like 3 CBD to 2 THC, or like 3-to-1, getting the CBD a little bit higher and playing around with
Well,
it.
you know
And
what I was doing was taking the RSO with the Charlotte's Web.
yes,
And I felt like that was the best combination of just THC and CBD, all together, and just absorption rate and all that stuff, and all that good stuff. So
yeah, it's a game changer, you guys. I really can't express that enough. So
I
do your
gotta ask you
research on it. Don't take it from me.
when you smoke that blunt, or actually, I gotta ask you this: when you stopped smoking the blunts, did you have any nicotine withdrawals or anything? Did you see?
None.
No.
Not that I could tell, man, because I was so fucked up from the COVID, dude. I was just I like that shit kicked my ass, dude. I mean, it's still kicking my ass. I'll be honest. I might sound a little bit better, but I still have chest congestion. I still get really
No, yeah, you
tired.
sound like shit for sure. I feel like I'm getting COVID like through the screen.
Yeah. So and certain days are better than others. So but to be honest, I really miss finding some really good strains. I really love the purple lavender smelling, strains that are out there. The really floral strains. So I'm looking forward to getting some goodies here.
Diving back into it.
I'm gonna be
Don't
going
you
to
have a bunch of
Seattle.
goodies on standby, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be going to Seattle at the end, not this weekend, but the end of next week. And I got a lot of people up there that are tell me where to, what goodies are up there right now, and the best, some of the best shops up in that area. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that.
You know what blows me away these days is just the prices of cannabis, like compared to like what we were paying in high school and shit like that. So I got 2 new strains today. One of them's called Double OG, which is a really awesome indica. Another one's called Grim DJ OG, which is another indica dominant. And you're never gonna guess how much I got it for, and they're a half ounce each. Guess how much I paid for an ounce.
I would say 120.
$63.
Jesus, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you the dispensary off camera because
I need to go there.
I think you've actually been to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just have some killer deals. I'm like, do you guys always have that there? I'm like, yeah. And I'm just thinking, fuck, I remember paying like at most sometimes $120 a quarter in high school, right? So what's that like?
We were paying
maybe
$20 a
$400
gram, or $20 to $40 a gram back in the day for ATF. Back in the mid 90s, early 90s.
That was like standard pricing.
Standard $25 a gram. If you're lucky, they hook you
and
up.
I think ounces were like 400, maybe.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, 4 to 450 and shit. But to
what's
get
funny?
An ounce for $63, dude, I was just like, holy shit.
It's funny, bro. My parents' car needed some work, and I got a really good friend that's a master mechanic, and I usually take him and I'll throw him cash, for whatever the job is. And then I'll throw him some buds just because I've got so much. This time I just took him like a fucking quarter and just gave him that. And he was through the moon. Right.
Yeah.
And I told my dad's like, well, let me give you some money for that, 'cause that cost some money. I'm like, Dad, I got so much nuggets right now that it's so cheap right now that like, it's unbelievable, and you just proved it. Like, even in the secondary market, like
back in the day, if it was like gold, if you dropped it, you'd like be on the floor trying to pick it up and shit.
Yeah, man, it was next level fucking expensive, dude. I remember like figuring out ways to like scam your whatever way you could to get an extra couple $20, every week to maybe get a gram of some fucking Doja.
Dude, we were more ridiculous than that when we first started getting into dank. That's, I guess, the first like terminology for it that we heard. We would chip in to get 1 gram for $20. Like we'd all chip in like $5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we were broke fucking high school kids and shit. I don't even think I had jobs yet.
Yeah, and I remember.
But then after that, when I got a job, all my money went to weed.
Yeah. And it was glorious.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I don't regret any of it. Dog's trying to get up here. Well, speaking of drugs, I guess we might as well stay on that topic before Gertie's making an appearance. What's up, Gertie? She wants to be on the podcast. Say hi. Anyway, we've talked about. Do you follow like the Jackass guys a lot, or Bam, or Steve-O, or?
I like Steve-O, and I like how Steve-O's doing stuff with Pontius now. I've seen them do.
Pontius is probably like my favorite for sure. He's Jordan's favorite. Also. But did you watch the latest Jackass movie or anything like that?
No, I'm man, I think that shit's funny, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess for me, it's because Jordan's like, she really like enjoys the Jackass guys. And there's this like new guy on there, the Poopies. Like, he's kind of like the new generation or whatever. He's pretty funny and shit like that. But I think you're familiar with the drama behind it, just because I think we've talked about on here with Bam, just, going in and out of rehab and all that shit. And just kind of, his fucking problems with, I think primarily alcohol and like bipolar and shit. Well, this came out, I think, was it today? Yesterday. I thought this was pretty dope. I don't know if you saw this. Oh shit, I wasn't gonna play it or anything, but Bam fucking went on to what's it called?
Steve-O's Wild Ride.
Steve-O's Wild Ride. Yeah, goddamn fucking
unreal, bro. Because he wasn't in a good place, dude.
So I think he might be on house arrest. So he doesn't actually do it, in his little mobile van or whatever. He does it, kind of like how we're doing it. But it was still very interesting. It's crazy to me just watching Steve-O because he was so fucking crazy back in the day. You almost forget about that. But right now, you could just see, like, all the shit he's been through. He's being a good mediator, a great friend. They kind of talk about the Jackass drama a little bit. He's actually kind of offended by it and shit,
Yeah, because
and
they fucked him.
yeah, because it was more of the fact that, like, how he got caught, like, he was just barely drinking White Claws and was outside and got arrested, and, like, it wasn't as crazy as everyone thought it was, and because of it, they fucking, they wouldn't let him do Jackass and shit like that, but, I don't know, it's a great podcast. I just, I highly suggest watching it if you're, we always talk about, if you don't know, me and McClay are two ex fucking heroin addicts and shit. So when we see people struggle and shit and then have a comeback story, like, that's my favorite shit in the world.
I agree
And so
100%.
I want Bam to come back and fucking kill it,
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
like here's like a couple
I really
shots
like.
of him and shit like that.
I've talked about it too. They have that other dude that's in their crew, Brandon.
Oh yeah, we
I
always
forget
forget
his
his name. Is
name.
it Novak?
Novak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Brand, dude. That dude went through some fucking hardcore shit,
All
dude.
these guys did, dude. They were
Yeah.
talking about how just nuts Jackass 2 was, how they were just so all crazy addicted to drugs, and not all the same drugs, just all different
Weird
kinds of
drugs.
drugs. Yeah,
Steve-O was addicted to fucking whippets and
like bath salts
cocaine.
and shit.
Yeah, Brandon Novak was a straight heroin addict. Bam is an alcoholic. So it's very interesting, Everybody has their poison, their pick of the poison.
And then when you have
You know,
thrown on top of that, dude, like I I'm like happy that I didn't have any of that. What's up? Oh,
Trey says Brian smile. Good to see you doing okay, Trey. Love you, brother. Trey just went through surgery today. Trey Keith is my homie that I've told you the story before about when he found out my brother was sick. The Christmas my brother got ill.
oh yeah, shout out to
He
fucking Trey then
yeah
for sure. Fuck
yeah
yeah.
he did a charity, set up a little charity thing. Bunch of my good homies right now who I didn't really know back then put up a lot of big books, big comics, into the raffle, and they raised like over $3,000, which I don't think those people know even to this day, even though I tell them whenever I get the chance, and I talk about the story whenever I get the chance. I don't think those people really know how much that helped, because that money paid for all the Rick Simpson oil that my brother was taking. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, it means a lot, and that's why that's why I think that I'm so
Just touched.
yeah, and I'm very protective of this community that we have.
Oh,
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
I'm glad you're saying that
yeah,
because people don't realize when they help how much it means to people.
yeah,
Sometimes you don't get to hear it, so that's cool because it really did help. I remember all of that, dude.
yeah. It was next level. It changed. I think that time period really changed my life. It changed a lot of our lives. I mean, but like you said,
It
I mean,
actually
there's
it changed my perspective on how to fucking tackle cancer because my mom passed away and then Soggy passed away. We had other friends and family that passed away, and I realized you can't really just do just rely on a good diet and cannabis, and you can't rely just on either radiation or chemo. You kind of got to do a little mixture of both, and I really
yeah.
do think that's like Chris was like a great example of that, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. And thank God, more than
Because
anything, he doesn't remember it. So,
yeah,
I mean,
the fog thing,
yeah, because of the brain
chemo
fog.
fog or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he doesn't remember it, and that's a good thing. I tell him all the time, like, maybe it's good that you don't remember how bad it was.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true. And the pain and
Yeah, yeah, man.
yeah,
People go through
because
some
I think
shit.
about it all the time, man, how just ignorant we all kind of were around like 2008 2009 before cannabis was big, when my mom was going through cancer, and if I even brought up cannabis then, they would have just looked at me like I was on fucking crack, and I was actually talking about crack because it was kind of like the same to them at that time, you know what I mean? But I think about that now, like my mom died not necessarily because of the cancer, it was the chemo that killed her. Like she was a fucking skeleton, right? And she just pretty much went into a seizure because of like low potassium and her body couldn't handle it. And I'm just thinking, fuck, if she was given cannabis, man, especially this Rick Simpson oil, so many things would have been different. Like
She could eat more.
she could eat more. It would have given her appetite. So she would be getting nutrients and potassium and all those things that she needed. She'd be sleeping way more. So her body would be healing and she wouldn't be thinking about a lot of it, you know what I mean, as much. So it'd be like less anxiety. She'd be laughing more, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
oh man. I just
It's
think back like, fuck.
Yeah. And it's amazing how legalizing it instantly made a lot of people say, okay, tell me more about it, rather than, nope, I don't even want to hear about it. You know what I mean?
Well, it
Like,
sucks because there's still motherfuckers around like that. Like the
yeah.
people are from the reefer madness generation and shit that kind of just need to die off. But
Well,
it is it is changing
yeah.
for sure.
And to you know, I just like you, we all know a lot of those people like that. And, you know, one of my things that I like to say to people like that is,
Take a
when
hit.
well, not only that, not only that,
Yeah,
you know, come hang out with the Bogcast,
yeah, fuck
but
yeah, hit the 6 foot or shit.
but
No, I'm just
also
kidding. That's a
when
horrible idea.
somebody you love or something you love, their pain is lessened even a 0.5% by cannabis, you'll change the way you feel.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's very interesting stuff. Again, don't take our word for it. You know, let us just be the spark that gets you
We're
thinking,
not
and
getting paid to say this. We're not sponsored by this at all. We just, you know,
believe in it.
believe in it.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Staying on the topic of drugs, one of my heroes was on Rogan recently, Rick Strassman. So I'm sure you're familiar with him, right?
Yeah, I went to go start watching this last night, and I passed out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so he actually wrote DMT, The Spirit Molecule, which is just a really badass book that came out. It's pretty much ahead of the game about DMT. He got
There's a
pretty much,
great documentary too,
yeah,
called the
that Joe
same
Rogan
thing.
host. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the book is about him pretty much. He got permission from the government to do studies with DMT, and you know, I think it was from like 90 to 95, and he was doing it fucking through IV and stuff. Oh, what's up, Rich?
Yeah, it's good to see Rich in the house. Good to see you, brother.
Motherfucker. Let me know,
One of
dude, when
these
you,
days.
yeah, when you want to come on the show, man, I'll send you a link, dude. That'd be awesome. Or you can come in studio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just come hang out with us.
Fuck yeah. Or just hang out. Yeah, yeah. Hope all is well with you, man.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, he fucking wrote this badass book. There's a great audio version of it too. But yeah, he was on fucking Rogan, and I don't know, I just love this shit. I just thought I'd bring it up if anybody wanted to check it out.
There was another thing that I was watching the other day and they were talking about 5-MeO. I can't remember what it was. It was very interesting. Did you see and I don't know if we already talked about this, but I was listening to the radio and they were talking about it again today. The amount of fentanyl pills that have been found at the border over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't I pull up an article like a
Maybe you
couple weeks
did.
ago? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Like
that's
over a
crazy.
million pills.
So every single drug, when it comes from the border, you know what city it goes to first before it's distributed everywhere? Fucking Tucson.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, dude? And so
No.
like all these fucking like they're finding all these fucking pills everywhere at the border in Tucson, everywhere in Phoenix, dude. Like
Yeah.
all in our old school neighborhood and shit. It's sad. They'll
A
be like, and they'll be
million of
like,
them.
yeah, it's like crazy numbers. And when I see the number 1,000,000, you know what I think first? That's 100 deaths probably minimum that are gonna probably
Minimum.
die from that shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because people don't know what they're doing with it, and shit's getting cut.
Dude,
You can't, yeah.
Here's the craziest part about it. So I'm listening to that. They're talking about on the radio. They talk about it real quick on the radio, and then they go through their commercials. All 3 minutes of commercials were all paid for by the state, and they were all talking about, hey, just so you know, if you're using street drugs of any kind, there are chances that it's tainted with fentanyl. and they just hammered it into your head. And it was really smart that they used the whole block to talk about it, the paid for by the state of Arizona and this and that, because there are a lot of people.
What was this on?
It was on the AM radio station out here.
And you're saying all the commercials are hammering it into wow.
Yeah, paid for by the state. They took the whole block.
That's what they need to do on fucking CNN instead of Pfizer pushing shit. Like they should be pushing this kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because people still don't realize the dangers of fentanyl. So I'm glad you're bringing that up because we've lost people personally. We've known people personally who've like, their family has died from it and shit like that. I mean, it's scary.
It's heartbreaking.
I've never been into cocaine. I've never been a cocaine guy, but we have a lot of friends that dabble in that here and there. This is the worst time to do fucking cocaine, man.
Yeah,
like
I
can't believe that's I don't even understand why they're cutting it with that. That doesn't even make sense to me, man.
Here's the interesting
I don't
thing,
feel like just really quick. I don't feel like that's like a mafia thing. I feel like that's happens like once they get past the border, and that's more of like Americans are doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, here's the other crazy thing. They were talking about I just forgot what I was
I'm sorry,
say.
bro. My bad.
No, it's all
I
good.
think that's because
What were they talking about? They were talking about something specific about that. So they were talking about what's coming over and
brought to you by
all the fentanyl pills. Yeah.
And what are you smoking?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. I'd
let us know what you're smoking.
Yeah, fucking A.
I'm gonna pick a random person to send out some stickers and magnets. So just let us know what you're smoking. All right, sorry, McClay.
They were talking about what's coming our way, and that they found, and the amount of and the things that are going the other way. America, just stacks of cash, tons of guns. You know what I mean? And that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's wild, man. It really is wild.
Well, this is a great point too. Like, you see the million, those could be like decoys too. You know how they'll send like a truck of just like 2 get caught so the other ones can get through and shit like that. Like, they're smart, man. How they get that stuff through?
Beyond smart, man. And they've got, like you said, 1 gets caught, 10 just got through. They were hoping that 1 got caught, that decoy got caught. When a lot of we're not gonna.
The driver's just taking the hit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into like who the person was and anything like that. But when we were in high school, we had a friend that went to Mexico for a spring break trip, ended up getting caught up in something crazy, and was missing for a week, and they found him in the desert. He had ran from.
Oh, I remember that.
He had ran
Does it
from.
start with a C?
Yeah. No, it starts with a J.
Oh.
And it was really, really crazy. And they basically kind of said to him, like, you're coming with us. And the next thing you know, like he's trying to get away from coyotes and people like that. It was a really scary time, man. And I think now it's even scarier, and we just don't know about it.
I don't know what to think about that, because I have that thought too, is like, yeah, it's scary as fuck. I would never go down to Mexico. And then we have a mutual friend, I'll say off camera, who has a house down there. And he's like, no, dude, it's safe as fuck. I fish down there all the time. I fucking, like, it's just all like propaganda. Like, the mafia don't fuck with you or and shit like that. Or not the mafia, the fucking cartel doesn't fuck with you, because they want the tourism and all that shit, you know what I mean? And the money that's brought and all that stuff like that. And we're the ones that buy all the fucking drugs and shit like that. So I don't know.
By the way, we were talking about a show a couple shows back.
I don't want to go down there though.
Yeah. The Strain Hunters, right? We were talking about that
show.
Remember?
Yeah.
They just put out 2 new episodes, bro. First episodes in a long freaking
I think I've
time.
seen them. Yeah.
Just yesterday,
isn't that what
put out the second episode.
Okay, maybe I haven't seen that one yet then.
Yeah, and it was really fascinating, man. And I love those documentaries. If you guys haven't seen them, go check them out. They're called Strain Hunters on YouTube. Very interesting.
Where'd they go?
They went to was it Jamaica? No, it was Africa. It was Africa. They went to Africa, and one of the original guys who did the Strain Hunters episodes with them passed away, and he
Yeah.
had set up this huge, show these people how to farm cannabis. Cannabis became legal. All these people are building their villages through selling cannabis. You know
That's
what I
bad
mean?
as fuck, dude.
It was so
That would
interesting.
be the baddest job to have ever. I wish we could do that shit. Like I
Yeah.
wish you had the budget to do that kind of stuff.
It was
Actually, you know what?
absolutely
We
amazing.
can have the budget. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel for $2.99. Right now, you can get it for $1.49. There's a sale. So if you join the channel, you get loyalty badges when you comment, custom emojis, priority reply to comments, but most importantly, exclusive member only videos that you can only get once you join the channel. So
spicier content that we might not be allowed to talk about all the time on.
There's
this,
another
platform.
thing too. I'm kind of just figuring out. It's like this, you could buy like stickers and shit like that or something.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff, man. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's really
so
cool.
I feel like you want to send like $2 so McClay can get a pre-roll.
Fucking A, man.
I
don't fuck with pre-rolls anymore because they're always wrapped too tight.
I think pre-rolls and joints suck, dude.
Yeah. Always.
I was watching Steph on B Real's podcast.
Bro, that is awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was great.
We got to talk about that.
His dude just kept going out the entire time, and I'm just like, those fucking suck.
Yeah, pre-rolls suck.
Blunts you have to like
put them out.
Yeah, or else you're gonna burn.
And they burn slow.
They'll burn, forever.
Yeah, they burn very slow. I remember one of my favorite Lost Boys song, Renee, when he's talking about I smoke Philly blunts, and because they burn slower. You know what I mean? And I always remember that. But if you guys haven't seen the Be Real podcast when he has Steph from the Deftones on there, man, go check it out. Absolutely fascinating. Totally what I thought hanging out with Steph would be like, right?
He's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, total stoner.
I didn't realize like the history between him and Be Real and how they're like old friends and shit. But it all makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Really, really cool stuff, man. Make sure you guys go check it out.
Well, staying on the drug topic, another interesting thing that I saw recently was this.
Bro, I saw this. I'm so glad we're talking about this. Fascinating.
Dude, do you mind if I just play like the first minute or so? Because you know how they kind of put some of the best stuff in the beginning. So
yeah.
1 second.
We talk so much about mental health. Marshawn Lynch had a classic kind of retirement press conference talking about taking care of your mentals. And we talk so much about mental health. And to me, one of the core tenets of your mental health is that self-love. And that's what ayahuasca did for me, was help me see how to unconditionally love myself. And it's only in that unconditional self-love that then I'm able to truly be able to unconditionally love others.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to work on, for me, this is my own belief, but what better way to work on my mental health than to have an experience like that? I mean, the greatest gift I can give my teammates, in my opinion, is to be able to show up and to be someone who can model unconditional love to them.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's important I play well and show up and lead and all that stuff, but they won't care about what you say until they know how much you care.
How crazy to see him talking like that, to hear him talk like that. He went and fucking had a fucking trip. He went and found unconditional love. And, I don't know if I could even do it through ayahuasca. I don't want to shit and piss myself for 3 days straight.
I think I would do it, dude.
I wouldn't. I don't think I could.
Really?
I don't think I could, bro.
If the opportunity was before you,
it would be very hard, dude. Me, man. Like, there is nothing I hate more.
It's only because of the puking and all that stuff.
Only because of that stuff. Only because of that stuff. I can't deal with that, man.
I mean, no one likes doing that.
No, that's the thing, man. It's the worst thing in the world. There is nothing worse than having to throw up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Rich said it too. Just have a baby. Amen. Amen. But you know, it's a crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. And this is the funny part, because shout out to Trey again. Trey, I did a show with Trey the other night, and we were talking about what happened in the Little League World Series with the kid getting hit in the head. And Trey said, you know what my dad would have said if I would have cried running to first base like that? He'd be like, quit fucking crying. Go out there and get on first base, right? And that's how Aaron Rodgers used to be. If you remember, like, people think of him as like a dickhead, just fucking, like
Same thing with Mike Tyson when he
same
did
thing with Mike
DMT.
Tyson.
These
And
fucking
now,
savages, and now they're these hippies.
yep, because man, it's so interesting, like how you just know, like there's the way it comes to you, the way it talks to you, the way it that there's something else out there.
That's
right?
why I highly suggest the Rick Strassman podcast with Joe, because he talks about, like, Joe's asking him, are there these different dimensions? Are we going to them, or are they here? And he was saying, like, they're actually here, but we just don't see them, and that's like kind of odd to think about,
Yeah. It's been really interesting. I would love to hear from Rich what Rich thinks about Aaron Rodgers and this whole thing, Rich, being part of that culture, because it's a weird thing to have your quarterback, your leader, whatever, like have this complete flip from being a complete asshole to being like talking about unconditional love and all this stuff,
So when did he do this?
Recently.
So
just recently.
I guess we'll see this next season, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if
he was MVP last year, right?
What if, I know, but so he did it before last season?
I think, well, I don't know. We should probably find out when he first did it, but it sounds like he did it last year. It really does.
Let me see if I can look that up.
Because you know what? Here's the other thing. He started kind of growing his hair long. He started fucking
totally
hippieing out, So
spell ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if he just did it and then they just completely suck?
Then nobody's in professional sports is gonna want to do fucking ayahuasca.
He'll get fucking fired, dude.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, the team is on board, because most people are open-minded, but
it's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm sure the coaches and personnel are probably like, dude, what the fuck? Because I don't know if you saw this, but this is what's kind of cool, though, because I think they've even lightened up on their cannabis laws and stuff like that. Oh, I don't have it up. Sorry.
Yeah, that's great, dude. Well, the NFL has been, from what it sounds like, they've been one of the forerunners in like being okay with cannabis use and
well, they kind of had to, man. They were getting forced into this corner with all the concussion shit. Remember for like 5 years, like, that was just headlines, just
Dave
everyone being fucked up,
Junior Seau,
because it was kind of just like it was a hidden thing, like they didn't want to talk about it, and then you realize, like, god damn, all these players are fucked up and addicted to painkillers or whatever. So I'm glad they're lightening up a little bit.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. And to take it all back to this whole Rick Strassman, Joe Rogan thing, Joe Rogan is at the forefront. He's the tip of the spear when it comes to, like,
psychedelics
psychedelics, people being okay with it, right?
Dude, he's gonna go down as a fucking legend for that shit. Like, looking back of like what he did just for psychedelics, and just because of all the interesting people that he's had on there, like from Dennis McKenna to fucking
Terrence
even just
McKenna,
like
he talks about Terrence McKenna all the time.
Well, yeah, he's had his brother.
McKenna's
That's what I'm saying. Dennis
show,
McKenna, fucking Paul Stamets, to fucking Hamilton Morris, fucking God, the list goes on, dude.
Yeah.
All the fucking heroes in psychedelics have been on Joe Rogan's podcast,
Yep.
And he always asks the best, greatest questions too. And plus, he has experience with them, so like he can kind of relate and ask the good questions and shit like that. So
who's the dude that I'm spacing on his name? The famous guy who's all about the old Earth theory.
Oh, Graham Hancock.
It's funny when whenever Joe talks to Graham Hancock about it now, because Graham Hancock was like, yeah, I had to kind of like back off a little bit of it because I was doing it too much. I was partaking.
What are you talking
too
about?
much.
Are you talking about the stoned ape theory or the
When
or just
Graham,
how things are like humans been around longer than
no, Graham
we think?
Hancock had to basically say, because the last time I remember seeing him on Rogan had asked him, like, hey, you kind of backed off of cannabis and psychedelics, and Graham Hancock kind of said to him, yeah, he's like, yeah, man, like I kind of realized I was using too much. And he says, that it was becoming like an every week type thing. And, I was being selfish. And
I remember that. Oh
that
yeah, I remember that.
that's the crazy thing is that, like,
That's how I am, right? I'm
yeah,
selfish, yeah.
when this being, this female entity, tells you what you need to know, it also says, hey, we're not going to be selfish anymore. So don't, you can't do this every month. You can't do this, every other day. Like, you're supposed to learn from it and then go tell others about it. You're not supposed to just use it all for yourself. You need to go tell others about it. And that to me is fascinating.
Dude, I think that's what
Much love, brother.
probably holy shit. Wow.
Much love, brother.
Holy shit. Thank you so much. That's our like very first donation ever.
It's dope, dude.
Damn, dude. Thank you. Fuck yeah. Wow. Much love, man.
Rich says athletes and sports psychology. Amen. Yep.
What I was gonna say is that's how I feel about out of any drugs, that's how I feel about mushrooms. Like, you shouldn't hoard mushrooms. You should like be giving them to your neighbors and just, tell everyone the universe will guide you and just, spread fucking mushrooms around, This sounds so cheesy. I said this before. It sounds so fucking cheesy, dude, but I really do think mushrooms can change the world.
Yeah.
I really do think that.
Yeah, politicians should be forced to take a heroic dose.
Right before they go into office, they should fucking all have to do 5 grams of mushrooms.
Change everything. It's funny because my brother was talking to me the other day, and my brother's like, I feel bad that I haven't there's no community anymore. Like, I don't even know half the people that live on our block. Like, I just want to go to their doors and be like, hey, I'm Chris, I live over here. If you ever need anything, I just want to say hello. I've never, introduced myself. And I'm like, and he goes, they would probably all think I'm a fucking nut job. I go, I bet you would be surprised. I bet you would be surprised.
That's true.
I bet that they would probably say otherwise, man. And
I brought this up a couple of weeks ago about how important community is with that Yes Theory channel when they go to that area, and I think it was in Italy where people were living past 100, and they're like, man, what is it about this area where all these people are living to 100? And you realize it's just this small like group fucking like town, and they all fucking know each other. They leave their doors open. They all get together and have dinner together, and they dance and fucking drink together.
Well, here's the problem with that.
We don't even look at each other. We don't even look at our next door neighbors. You know what I mean?
The reason why that shit will never happen in America, because you can't leave your fucking keys in your car because somebody's going to steal that shit.
Well, I know.
My dad is fucking heartbroken right now, you guys.
Oh, man.
My dad is heartbroken. Me and my brother got my pops a really kick-ass club car golf cart.
You guys got him that?
Yeah, we got him it. We paid. It was only like $3,000, and it was worth 2 or 3 times that. We got such a great deal. It was beautiful. It was all tricked out. My dad rode that thing 3 times a day. He would take his dog out on it. He loved that so much. He would go up to the library and I never knew my dad to read books. My dad would go up to the library in this thing 2-3 times a week to rent books.
By the way, this is all of Sun City.
All of Sun City,
riding golf carts around this town.
He goes up to the fucking library the other day, and some motherfucker steals his golf cart. And here's the other thing I didn't know. I didn't know that most golf carts, you could go and get a key for it at a fucking Walmart. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Is that easy?
It's that easy with most golf carts, unless you put your own ignition on it and shit like that.
Guess what fucking drug addicts are doing?
Fucking stealing golf
That's a
carts.
score and a half. Holy
Yes.
shit.
And I was so mad.
There's no camera footage or
That's
anything.
the other thing. I was like, how is there no camera footage? She goes, they don't have cameras at the library in that area. I go, that is so ridiculous.
It's like a Sun City library.
Yeah, 99th and Bell Road.
Hmm.
That area. Anyways, it
Damn,
instantly
dude.
made me go, man, I'm buying more fucking security cameras. I'm gonna put that shit up everywhere. You know, I just don't trust anybody nowadays. Steal a fucking golf cart from old folks, you know?
Speaking of thieves, did you see that video of those two robbers that went into that Vegas?
Pawn
I think it was
shop,
a pawn shop, and then the guy jumped over and got
stabbed his ass.
Can you pull that up?
We will definitely get taken off for that.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But we can
there
talk
might be
about
versions. There might be versions
where they
Yeah.
edit it out. Well, for the people that don't know, I saw it on Instagram or TikTok first, and there's I think it was a pawn shop, and they go in there and they try to
They're masked.
they're masked and they try to rob the place, and the guy who's standing behind the counter basically grabs one of the dude and starts sticking him with a knife.
Well, no. Just really quick though, he gave him a fucking chance.
Oh yeah.
He told him to leave. You know what I mean? Like he had it. They had a chance. Like he didn't, just start stabbing him and shit. Like he told him to fucking leave. They didn't. And then the guy jumped over and he fucking had his knife and just started. One of the most chilling parts of that video was when the guy goes, "I'm dead." No, and he goes, "I'm dead."
Yep.
And you're like, what the fuck?
It was heartbreaking, bro. Did you see the one where the same thing happened, where the two guys went into the corner store and had assault rifles, and the guy behind the counter had a shotgun and pulled it out and shot
him in the arm?
And bro,
can I be honest with you?
Like people said,
can I be honest with you?
There's no consequences for criminals right now, and where there is consequences,
yeah, but guess where? What? These
San Francisco,
these blue states and shit. Yeah. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, these fucking shitholes. I wish. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that sucks because like I think in California you could steal like up to like $9,500 or something, or
they steal whatever the fuck they want.
There's a certain amount that you could steal where you won't be charged. I think it's like 900 or something like that. But yeah,
they just go in with duffel bags.
But when I watch these videos, dude, and these store owners are getting revenge, you know what's going through my mind? Fuck yeah. I get all excited. I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers. Because I fucking hate thieves, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse.
Yeah.
Even when I was a hardcore drug addict, I remember just thinking to myself, being around thieves and thinking to myself, like,
how dirty it is.
How fucking gross it is, dude. How wrong it is. And man, it is. There's nothing worse than thieves. Nothing worse.
Do you think those two guys were drug addicts, or they were just looking for an easy score? Because it is law. That was in actually Las Vegas. I don't know. Are they the same way as California as far as?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But I don't know. I mean, listen. It's gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad lately with that type of shit that you just don't know. I mean, we're so. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's very interesting because when I saw that video with the stabbing one, the way that you said it when you saw that, like,
you see the raw version.
Yeah, I saw the raw version.
Yeah,
you have this feeling of just like, I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. You know what I mean?
You know why you feel like that? Because we knew two dudes just like that.
Yes.
Back in high school, and when we were doing all our crazy shit, because we know those guys,
Yeah.
And it's
scumbags.
Like, I'm sure if you did a deep dive and found out their backstory and upbringing, they probably have a sad story too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
well, hey, listen. I'm
not trying to defend them or anything like that.
The other thing is, we talk about community and we talk about all that shit, and man, there is no, we're so far from that in these days, with social media and
dude, it's only gonna get fucking worse, especially with when VR just gets even better.
I know it's gonna be like
legit be real play. What is that? Ready Player
One. 100%. Yeah.
That it'll be to where VR is better than real life. and you'll put on this suit that triggers your fucking, you know, feelings with your
Dopamine,
hands
yeah.
and dopamine, all that shit, probably, dude.
So here's the interesting thing. When I first saw that Ready Player One movie, I remember thinking, like, we're going to be talking about this movie like we talk about
Idiocracy.
idiocracy now. You know what I mean? Like how far they were before their time and all that stuff. Because, whew, man,
Even
start
Steven
getting those brain
Spielberg's
chips and shit.
filmmaking style is innovative, because all that stuff in the game or whatever, he actually had a VR headset and was like creating all the shots and doing all this crazy shit. If you're into film and filmmaking, I highly suggest watching the behind the scenes of Ready Player One, because it's about as fuck.
Yeah, very interesting, man. Very interesting.
You ready for the UFO report?
I'm ready to do the deep
Do you
dive,
have anything,
man.
or?
Well, I definitely want to say, you know, we've been talking about Linda Moulton Howe. Did you see Linda Moulton Howe put out another? She didn't do
Another
another.
photo?
Well, no, she didn't put. She
Oh,
didn't do another
yeah, another
new episode
rebroadcast.
this week. She did another broadcast. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's feeling the burn right now about, you know, like
You
we've
think
been
that's what
talking
it
about.
is? You don't. My thought was just, I don't know. I haven't followed her show for that long, so I don't know. Maybe this is standard procedure. She just takes a couple weeks off here and there.
No. And I think she is taking a lot of heat right now, rightfully so. She should be.
Now I feel bad.
Why? You should. Hey, listen, man. We're going through it. It's funny we talk about that because
Well, it's interesting you're saying that, because you were giving me shit for giving her shit. You know what I
well,
mean?
the only thing I
Last
was
week.
giving you shit for was the fact that like she is a
Her
credible
credibility. Yeah.
her credibility. Like I get it. She's getting old. She's made some mistakes, but the shit that she's done for the ufology and she has credibility. Anyways, you know, there is some crazy shit going on in the comic book world right now with similar type
McClay,
stuff.
we're on the Bogcast, not be on Wednesdays. What
I
are you
know,
doing?
I know. But
You
as you
forgot
call
what
it,
you
as
forgot
you
what
call it,
podcast. You
as
forgot what podcast you're on.
as you call it, the nerds, all of us nerds
Fucking
are
dork.
complaining, yeah, about some bullshit. And it's really funny to see because, to be honest, when it first started going down, I thought to myself, we're not in a week, nobody's gonna care about this. But people are starting to fucking care, and
What are you
people are
talking
saying
about?
bullshit. Basically,
Okay, just really quick. Is this the UFO report right now?
No. This
Oh,
isn't
okay.
a UFO report.
Because I
This
just need to
isn't.
do my
Yeah.
my
In
little
in the
thing.
comic world, some people did some fucked up shit and got caught doing it, and they got and they got called out for doing it, and it's creating a snowball effect, right? Where in the
What you
past,
mean, like when more people are getting
where
caught?
more people are, well, it's more people are jumping on, going, "That's fucked up. This is wrong. It shouldn't be happening." You know, calling the bad actors out.
You're
Where in
gonna
the
get caught
past,
soon, bro.
that never would happen. You know what, bro? Here's the
I'm just
thing.
fucking with you,
I
dude.
feel so good about being able to say, nah, this dude's a piece of shit right here, or this thing, or this
Yeah,
dude,
when you're
or
not caught up in the bullshit,
yes.
there's pride that comes in with that, right?
Yeah, man. Like I feel really clean about how I partake in this world, not just in that community, but any community, man. Like you more than anybody that I know exactly what I'm talking
Are you
about.
talking
Where
shit right now and I just don't know it, or?
no,
Oh, okay.
you know more than anybody in the world know how it feels to be like I've been an asshole before. I've been a piece of shit before. I don't want anything to do with that now, and I would rather be able to fall asleep at night knowing that I am that person than making a few bucks. So it's very interesting. There's this weird change starting to happen. It's slowly starting to happen, and you know, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe
What
we
does this
could
have to
start
do with
being.
UFOs?
What I'm getting to is that, you know how you said like it's gonna get worse. Maybe people are getting tired of it. You know what
I
I
forgot
mean?
what I was saying is gonna get worse.
Like with you know, places getting robbed and people doing fucked up shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Maybe people are getting tired of it. You know, we talked about, hey, are we in the Matrix and there was a fucking glitch? Well, maybe this is another type of little glitch, and I don't know, man. It's gonna be very interesting. But ultimately, what I'm saying is I'm
Yeah,
okay with calling out fucking the shitheads because I feel confident about the fact that I'm not a fucking shithead.
we know, dude. You don't have to like tell us. Like, what the fuck is? Like, why are you so like? Are you worried? Like, I think you're a shithead, or
No.
oh,
fuck
okay.
off.
So everyone in the comments, if you think McClay's a shithead, let us know.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get back into the fucking Linda Moulton Howe shit. So Linda Moulton
No,
Howe.
well, no. I got to do my manner, dude. It takes me 20-30 minutes to edit this bullshit. All right.
UFO.
And then, all right. Okay, hang on. This is should have hit it again. The UFO report with McClay. Dude, I gotta
I
piss.
didn't do that. Fuck off.
What? I didn't say you
No.
did it.
No, I know.
I was gonna say I gotta piss so bad.
Yeah,
if
you're
you could
good.
just start the report, I'll be back in literally 20 seconds.
Yeah. More and more people talking about the Joe Rogan effect with Jeremy Corbell. We talked about it last week, and it was very interesting to see Jeremy Corbell continuing to drop more information out there right now. I think it was very interesting to see him on Rogan, and to see him on Rogan, like Keith was saying last week, by himself. It felt more and more real, and the problem is that the government is deciding to kind of keep quiet about it still, I think, and it's very interesting. Let me bring up this Jeremy Corbell stuff here, you guys. Here we go. Let's get into it. For those of you guys that don't know, Jeremy Corbell is the filmmaker that put out the Bob Lazar documentary. If you guys haven't seen the Bob Lazar documentary, I think it's fascinating, absolutely unreal. He was recently on Rogan again talking about it, but he's been out traveling around with Robert Knapp, who is the famous news guy for Las Vegas TV. I'm gonna bring this up. And to me, this was something very interesting that Jeremy put out. This is a report that he mentioned on Rogan, which was probably one of the most fascinating parts of the Rogan interview, where he talked about the Alamogordo Daily News article from 1960.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is so interesting, man. So let me read this to you guys. This is in the report of the sightings from 1960. 2 unidentified pilots, one flying a Frontier Airlines plane, the other a military jet, reportedly spotted the object. The FAA at Grand Junction said the object appeared to be spherical and enclosing a square object. The lights alternately flashing the different colors appeared to emanate from the square object within the sphere. The FAA spokesman here declined to comment further on it. That's crazy sounding, bro. That's so interesting. And it goes to the idea of, like, what are they creating around them, to do what they do? And we kind of got into it last week when we talked about, are they creating alternate time, where they're just kind of blinking in and out? And, I get a lot of shit for it, but it always goes back to fucking John Teeter. If you remember, when John Teeter was asked about how the time machine works, he said, there's really no moving in it. He says, you hit the button, thing happens outside of the vehicle where all you see is light, and then you show up in a different time in the same place on a different timeline. Like, you never even moved. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, though? Do you think that?
Yeah,
because it's just interesting how the narrative is just completely changing with UFOs, UAPs, how now they're pretty much not necessarily manned, they're unmanned. They could be possibly coming from the ocean. They're, I think, I forgot the word he used. I think extra temporal
Yeah.
instead of extraterrestrial, instead of being from other planets, they're actually, you know, from other dimensions, like you're saying.
Yep.
Um,
And it was so fascinating the first time I heard John Teeter talk about that idea. When he explained, somebody said to him, well, basically John Teeter was from the future. He left his timeline to find a piece of technology they needed. So he had to go back in time to get that piece of technology. Well, he went back in time, and when he got that piece of technology, he decided to go see his parents
See,
on
this is
this
where, or
on
sorry, go
this
ahead.
timeline, right? Where he was a kid at the time. And they said, well, how can, and people were asking him on the message boards, well, how can that happen? You're going to fuck everything up. He says, no, you guys don't understand. It doesn't work that way. This isn't Back to the Future. It's like if you're looking at an infinity mirror. If you guys don't know what an infinity mirror
Yeah,
is, it's
in
like,
mirrors. That's what
yeah.
Chris got his band name from.
Yeah, and it's like if you have two mirrors looking at each other, you just see mirrors upon mirrors. And the way John Teeter explained it, he said it's like jumping into that next mirror. Now, when you hit that button on that time machine and it sends you to another timeline, you don't get to choose which mirror you jump in, whether it's the closest one to you or one way further down.
Well, we're talking about two different things right here. We're
No,
talking
that's what
about
I'm saying. I think it's
aliens.
the same thing. I
Oh, I
think
see.
it's the
Yeah.
same thing, right? Because the aliens, he said they're temporal. It's like they're just popping in and out of timelines, right?
I just
And
don't believe
that's what this makes me think of.
I just don't believe this Teeter guy. It just seems a little too fictional. And from my
It
understanding,
I
I
agree.
think you can only time travel is real actually, but you can only go forward. You can't actually go backwards. I forgot that fucking crazy astrophysicist name and shit like that. He's actually been on Rogan before, but he talks about how like we actually haven't figured out necessarily how to do it, but we know that it does exist. I think you have to go faster
Like
than the speed
Michio
of light
Kaku.
or something like that,
Well,
and then
yeah,
go
that's
back
with
or something really
Einsteinian
fast.
physics,
Or
right?
yeah, yeah,
Right?
definitely, yeah, yeah, Einstein, yeah,
With
yeah,
Einsteinian
yeah, yeah.
physics, which we're finding out aren't hard and
Yeah.
fast.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, yeah, you're right. My fucking light's not on. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, they're finding out a lot of this Einstein stuff's bullshit now, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
just like they thought Newtonian physics were hard and fast, and Einstein said, "Nuh-uh," right? So now they're finding out same thing with Einstein. I think you build upon each other, right? And here's the interesting thing is
That's
because
why, just really quick, that's why it's important when they say trust the science. Like, science is necessarily a thing to trust. It's supposed to be like, you're supposed to like challenge it.
question
You
it.
should be
Yes.
question it. So things like this do happen. You're like, oh shit, this was actually wrong. Let's figure out the right way now, you know? Like,
Yeah. Well, you know, it's always goes back to what you know at the time. You know, like if we took a car back to medieval time, like they would think like everything is what we're talking about now. You know what I mean? It would just
oh, I think about that all the time.
yeah. So
Like,
it was
if
funny.
you went back in time and just showed them a cell phone, they'd be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very interesting, man. I think that stuff, the more and more that we find out, the more and more that we talk about and that we're able to talk about, like that's the other thing. A lot of these guys were never able to talk about this stuff. And now because of things
Are
like
you
To the
talking about
Stars
like
Academy.
military and shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Just give me 1 second. I just got to fix a light.
a lot of these people, you know, that are part of To the Stars Academy, you know, with Tom DeLonge, they come from that world, you know. So they're able to talk about this information where in the past they never were before. Again, there's still a lot of fuckery in it, just like there's a lot of fuckery and other, you know, everything else out there. But
That's what
it's very
sucks about this shit, man, is just I want the truth, and then you just have all these dickheads like those fucking fake alien pics we were dealing with a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, and then just people are really good at editing now, so they just make all kinds of, you know, really well, you know, crafted UFO sighting videos and shit like that.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
It
To the
does.
point where we have a whole segment called real or fake, and we're trying to figure out if this shit's real or not. One thing interesting that Corbell said, why the footage is so shady, is because if you think about it, these crafts are going so fast all the time. It's hard to keep your phone, keep whatever device you have on them the whole time. So
that's why that fast walker clip is so great, where they caught it because it was going so fast, and when they caught it, you could hear all the guys start yelling like, "Fuck yeah, we caught it!" This is very interesting. This is one of the most interesting things.
His IG is the shit.
Yeah, it's really good. This is a painting from 1710. It hangs in the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge. It's called The Baptism of Christ. And that's a fucking UFO dropping down some light.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of paintings, with shit like this. I've never seen this one, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine like shit that's like in the Vatican that they have like this? Probably.
Bro.
That we just don't even know. We probably know like 0.0000001% of like shit like this.
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder, like all that shit sounds like a fucking UFO abduction to me, So very interesting. I suggest you guys go give Jeremy Corbell a follow. I'm not saying everything he says is correct, and he does do some shitty things sometimes. He makes some bad moves sometimes, but he's on a tear right now, man. He's on.
I think he means well.
Sure. I do too. I like him. A lot.
I have something really quick for the UFO report whenever.
Yeah, go. Let's get it.
I'm gonna play probably about a 1.5 2-minute clip, if that's cool. I thought this was very interesting. So I don't know if you ever watched the Full Send podcast. I'm not really necessarily a huge Nelk fan or anything, but they've been
Dude's a cool dude.
Dude, did you hear what happened?
Yeah, I heard he lost his YouTube page.
Dude, could you imagine that, dude? I would be absolutely devastated, man. That's fucking heartbreaking. He was doing some of that shady gambling shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know exactly what happened. But anyway, the Full Send podcast, they've been pulling just some fucking killer guests and shit, dude.
Yeah.
And they got Elon on, and they asked him about aliens. Did you see this?
No.
Okay, check this out.
I don't think there are aliens, at least in our sector of the galaxy.
So your guts that they don't exist?
Not in our sector of the galaxy. So there might be aliens in like a far away portion of the galaxy. If by aliens, I think you mean like with spaceships that could potentially travel to here or something like that.
No, just in general, I guess.
Well, someone an alien you could talk to, like, or you don't mean like microbes, because that'd be a boring alien.
Yeah, true. Like a tiny like.
Can't like just talk to
like a microorganism
amoeba or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Plankton.
Yeah, sure. I guess aliens we could talk to.
Yeah, aliens we could talk to. So,
not microbes, not like
not like okay, we found a whatever. Amoeba,
what's the first thing you?
That would just ruin it.
But like, we found aliens, and here they are.
What's the first thing you would say to an alien? You've seen it like face.
Hang on a second. The good part comes up.
Welcome. I hope you come in peace.
Yeah. Come in peace, hopefully.
Do you understand English? Or we're just speaking gibberish here or what?
Okay, just really quick. It's interesting seeing this side of him just fucking laughing and
usually he's thinking about all his answers.
Bro, but just wait. This is the turn where you see him going from fucking having fun to analyzing shit, right? Watch. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Interesting. If they can understand English, then they will have been observing us for a long time. But anyway, I don't think they're, like I said, I don't think they're aliens. I think but you should view these things as like probabilities. Generally, you should think of things as probabilities, not certainties. So I think there's probably not aliens. And I think that's kind of scary, actually, because then what it would suggest is that consciousness, civilization as we know it, is extremely rare. And a very precious thing. Where like our consciousness is like a small candle in a vast darkness. and we must not let that small candle go out.
That's the theory.
Bro, that leads to one of the craziest questions, dude. What's more scary? Having aliens
or not.
having aliens?
100% not. 1000% not.
I have to be honest with you. I don't think I've really actually ever gave that a thought. I've just always thought there's aliens. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, that would
it's
be
the
fucking
same
nuts.
reason that I never understood where religion can make people believe that we are the only thing out there. You know what I mean?
I
Because
know that is crazy.
Western
to me.
religions very hard and fast on that. You know, we're the only thing there is. We're the center of the universe. And
You know
that,
what's
to
interesting,
me,
man? Like, one of the questions we ask a lot of podcast guests for the exclusive content is if you believe in extraterrestrial life. And we've had numerous amounts of like Christians on and stuff, and they all still say they believe in it. So doesn't that just completely contradict?
well, I think
everything?
it's
that's
just because we're in the
confuses
time
shit out of
period
me.
we're in. Do you know what I mean? I think it's in the time period we're in. We're more open to
they'll
it.
they'll rewrite the Bible and add aliens.
Hey, the Vatican came out about 2 years ago, and it was a big deal because the Pope came out and said, you know, there can be aliens, and it was like a game changer. It was like, whoa, you're not supposed to fucking say that. You know what I mean?
I was fucking pulling up something. Can you say that last part again? I apologize. The Vatican said what?
The Pope came out and said,
Pope?
yeah, aliens can be a thing in a religious world. Like,
You know what
we're
else?
okay with there being aliens. Like, what, you know, there's just another one of God's creatures. That would have never flew, 50 years ago and beyond.
That's
Never.
insane, dude. Yeah. You know what else is crazy? Jamie looked this up. Didn't he say that hell doesn't exist anymore, or isn't real? I mean,
well,
think
that's
he
a
said
great
that.
conversation, man. That's
I think the Pope said that hell doesn't exist recently. I'm like, what the fuck?
I
And
had
I had those same thoughts of what you just said. Just really quick before you pull something up, I just want to show this real quick. I actually did a poll on our community page asking, do you believe there's extraterrestrial life or other intelligent beings? 77% said of course, and 23% said we are alone. And I was just curious if those 23% were religious or not. I was just curious about that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe that's why they're commenting that.
Vatican scrambles after Pope appears to deny existence of hell. The Holy See issued a terse statement saying a lengthy article published in La Repubblica on Wednesday by Eugenio Scalfi, 93, the newspaper's founder, was, quote, the fruit of his reconstruction and not, quote, a faithful transcription of the Holy Father's words. So basically, it says here, during the meeting, Scalfari said asked the Pope where, quote, bad souls go, to which he was quoted as responding, this is what the Pope answered, they are not punished. Those who repent obtain God's forgiveness and take their place among the ranks of those who contemplate him. But those who do not repent and cannot be forgiven disappear. A hell doesn't exist. The disappearance of sinning souls exists.
I didn't know that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, and this is the same Pope that came out and said that aliens can be okay in a Catholic world.
Well, that brings another question then. What's scarier, hell or disappearing? Probably.
Bro, you know me. I've talked about this at length. I have some of my biggest bouts of depression as a youngster was always when it came down to thinking that when it's over, it's just over, and all that we have done matters not. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it still fucking causes a big fear in me. You know what I mean? And
if you died, would you want to be cremated or buried into the ground?
You know, probably if I was asked that at any point in the last 20 years, I would say cremated. But I don't know. I don't now. Like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what I think about that now. It's very.
You know
that's
what's funny? That's funny that you say that because I actually have the same exact thoughts where my answer would have been cremated, but after my dad was cremated and my mom was actually buried, I actually realized I'd rather be buried just to like, it just feels like that's the cycle. Like you're,
Of
you know,
life.
like, yeah, like you're supposed to kind of give back to the earth in a sense to become part of the earth in a way, you know?
Then why would you be in? Then why would you want to be put in a casket?
I don't think this could ever happen, but I think it would be cool to be buried and somehow like a tree is grown from
That
me
is
or
true.
something.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I
can
mean? Like,
happen.
and there's like I
100%.
don't know, and somehow maybe like
They do that.
I don't know,
They do that
part
a
of the
lot,
tree or some shit. I don't know.
bro. That is a thing. That totally is a thing.
Yeah.
It's totally a thing to send people in space. I mean,
Yeah, but like,
people.
where do you do that at? Like, where do you like? Unless you have like a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you have like a lot of land or a place to do it, do they have? They don't have
Places
cemeteries like
where
that,
you
do
can
they?
pay to have that happened.
Yeah,
I guarantee they do. Let me look that up. That's a great question.
yeah.
Let me look that up.
It's just a bunch of trees and shit with
Can
like
to
plaques.
be buried in tree roots, right? Tree roots.
Yeah.
Tree roots. Because that's would probably be it, right? Tree pod burial, bro. Tree prod burial. Here we go, you guys. Look at that, bro.
You can pick your tree and shit.
Yep. According to the Green Burial Council, burials in the United States use about nearly 5 million gallons of embalming fluid and 10 millions of feet of hardwood, millions of tons of concrete, and tens of thousands of tons of metals, including bronze each year. Cremation is more difficult to put it in perspective, and while better for the environment, it is not without serious consequences. This leaves the planet with an industry that has a very active role in the destruction of the natural world, but one that is struggling or refusing to find innovative solutions. That's where small startup companies like Capsula Mundi, The Living Urn, and Coeo, and many more come in. These companies are offering solutions to problems facing the funeral industry using organic burial pods. In fact, they intend to revolutionize how we bury and remember our dead.
Yeah, but where can you do this out though? You know.
It just said there's multiple people like in the United States. Let's see here what they say here.
That looks crazy.
It does, man. They put you in these pods and then they put seeds on it.
I never thought about how much resources it takes, you know, just to put someone into the ground.
Where are
Especially
the
like the embalming
locations?
fluid.
Where are the locations? It says there are only a few so far, but countries like the US and UK are establishing natural burial sites for human remains. In these areas, the body is placed within a biodegradable coffin and interred in the ground.
There's probably like 2 of these, you know what I'm saying, in the United States.
It's very interesting, man. It's very interesting that people are talking about.
So now that you've seen this, would you do that?
You know what, bro? Honestly, I feel like there's more reincarnation in this as energy, right? Like energy can never be stopped, right? That's one of like the laws of physics, right? Like it never stops. Energy continues no matter what, right? So we're energy, right? Does that you know, when you start thinking like, does that include us?
No, I get that.
When we die, and is reincarnation not like you're coming back as an ant, but you know, your energy continues and multiple things are built off of your energy and consciousness stays somehow like that. It's very interesting, dude. It's very interesting to think about, and I'm glad I smoke a lot of cannabis because I can think about it. So I'll say that.
No, I mean, it makes sense with this shit, especially with all the new information coming out about how plants like communicate with each other. They can
Mycelium.
There's a study that they did. I guess I heard this on Rogan where like they'll just play cricket sounds to a tree and they'll change their flavor profile. Like that's fucking crazy. Yeah, and especially mycelium. Like when you watch Fantastic Fungi and you see how pretty much all plants and mushrooms are all interconnected in this whole other universe. Yeah, that we don't even know about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fascinating, bro. I saw a thing the other day where they talked about small microbes that were dead that they found in ice that they brought back to life out of this ice that were dead for millennia.
Oh yeah.
It was
I've
crazy.
heard about that shit. Yeah.
So man,
That's like a plot for like a horror movie.
yeah.
Like unlocking some crazy old virus from
yeah.
fucking thousands of years ago, or
John Carpenter's.
could you imagine all the shit that's actually like that in, like, say, Antarctica and shit like that?
Well, we kind of started to get into Operation High Jump a little bit last week, and Antarctica is a very interesting place, man. Have you seen the old school maps where these old school maps show continents that aren't there now, but there's
It totally
multiple maps?
supports, yeah, the flat earthers use that to support their theory, actually. And they actually will say how the Antarctica, because, you know, they'll say that like that's an actual ice wall, like in a circle around and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, flat earthers are.
Oh, I'm just saying.
I
that-
know, but like that's one thing where like I can't have a real conversation with somebody that thinks the Earth is flat.
I agree. I totally agree with that. We talked about that with the dude that
The Sophia.
flew Sophia and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, I have the worst little man bladder ever. I just wanted to show you something really quick when I get back, and then do the TikTok if that's cool.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Do you have anything, or like piss real quick?
Yeah, let me bring up
sorry guys.
No. I do have some goodies. Hold on.
Or you can play the
Yeah. So this is very
sorry, guys.
interesting for all the people out there that hold on, let me find this. This blew me away, and I was going to show Keith this, but this is kind of crazy. Check this out. This is interesting when it comes to our physiology and our makeup, right? And how we do things. Let me get this, or how our body changes, just based on your blood type and stuff like this. All right, let's get into this. This is really cool.
I was born with rare blood. It's RHA negative. They call it the blood of the gods or the blood of aliens. My skin pores suck in so much oxygen that it gives me 123% oxygen intake, which allows things to really suck to me. But as it sucks to me, it generates body heat, which allows me to have a 100-degree temperature at all times.
Magneto.
It doesn't just stick to my head, it sticks to my whole body, my legs, my back, my stomach, my hands. Everything sticks to me as long as it's got a hard surface that can suck to me. With my abilities, I can also pour drinks from my head.
He's got these crazy abilities, and he's pouring drinks from his head.
I say, have a drink off me. You can either pour it off my head or pour it off my hand.
This is our own X-Men, bro. Have you seen this?
hang on, I gotta blow it up. That guy looks familiar as fuck.
Rare blood. It's RHA negative. They call it the blood of the gods or the blood of aliens. My skin pores suck in
What
so
the fuck?
gives me 123% oxygen intake, which allows things to really suck to me. But as it sucks to me, it generates body heat, which allows me to have a 100-degree temperature at all times. It doesn't just stick to my head. It sticks
This
to
is
my
a real dude?
Real.
legs, my back, my stomach, my hands.
What the fuck?
As long as it's got a hard surface that can suck to me.
This is fake. This has got to be fake.
Bro, it's real, man.
Look in the comments.
All right. It probably is fake. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see here.
People make dumb shit like this all the time. There's only 5 comments.
Drink off me. You can either pour it off my head or pour it off my hand as it's stuck to my hand.
Baby powder is this guy's kryptonite.
That's from the suction.
I don't know. You know me, I just don't believe anything at first, but it could be totally real.
It's crazy, dude. It's the first thing I thought when I saw this. I was like, dude, the first, like, just like everybody's saying, the first fucking X-Men. Here we go. MCU, get him in there.
So is this officially TikTok time then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Let's get into it.
Sweet. First off, if you guys are addicted to TikTok, like me and McClay are, the Bogcast is on TikTok. It's _Bogcast. We have these little 1-minute clips that have like texts and pictures and all that bullshit. I think it was about 6 weeks ago, we had
I love this movie.
Max Cavalera on, and he revealed some badass shit. You know, I asked him like what the least metal thing about him is and stuff like that. So make sure you give us a follow at the Bogcast. Anyway, do you have one ready or?
Yep.
All
right. Now I don't know if this is real, but this fucking cracked me up.
Gilbert needs.
I saw this.
Bucks.
Gilbert, Arizona.
Hard working.
Dude, I think we get the same TikToks now. I think.
Right back at you, buddy.
Not a politician.
Yeah, that's got to be fake.
Butts.
I don't know.
Gilbert needs.
I wonder if we can go to his website. Can we? DixonButts.com.
Oh, dude, if this dude has a website, holy shit, bro.
It does. Yeah, let's try it.
The Dixon Butts. DixonButts.com.
He's real? Is this real or is this fake stuff?
I don't know, bro, but this is fucking funny, man.
What I mean, I know it's not real, but I'm wondering if he's actually real. Because
Actually
sometimes people do this shit and actually run.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this is actually his name and he's just fucking around with it. He's like, I'm just going to play into it, man. You know what I mean? If you got a shitty name like that, you just got to play into it.
There's a couple other comedians that I follow that like will troll like city council meetings and shit like that too. There's a comedian that just recently did that's pretty funny. I love that shit, dude.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Loyal, hardworking, not a politician. So who is Dixon Butts?
Dixon who? Are you selling something?
Gilbert, Arizona. It's been a long time coming. It's time for Dixon Butts. I'm Dixon Butts, and I approve this message.
So
I didn't realize it was from fucking Gilbert, dude.
Yeah, yeah. The funny thing, bro, is you and I both know somebody who has a name like that, and it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Hunt, right? Right?
No comment.
Yeah, yeah. So like what do? You just play, you gotta lean into it, man. You gotta lean into it. So
Actually, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
no, but you know what I mean? You get, like a lot of people who are really funny, like that's how they became funny. They had to lean into it. You know what I mean? As kids, you know, that's one of our ways of
Yeah, like when you're being made fun of, you just like I was called queef.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So I just fucking owned it and I was like, yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
queef. You know what I mean? Like anyway. Check this one out. You want to see the biggest fucking dork in gaming?
I used to think that was T squared back in the day.
What?
I didn't like T squared.
I thought it was you when you used to fucking WoW.
What are you talking about? You got me into WoW, asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
You got me into WoW, dickhead. I blame you.
What
You know what
the
I found
fuck?
out? I found out I'm still getting charged a WoW subscription.
How much is that? 15 still? Or
Yeah.
they probably raise it, huh?
$16 probably.
Speaking of that, just really quick, I remember my dad was still getting charged for AOL.com like
that.
10 years after. He's paying like $20 a month. I'm like, Dad, you could just go to AOL.com right now. And I was showing him and he thought like you had to like still use the CD and all that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I have this theory that AOL.com is making millions of dollars from all these people that are probably 50 and older that have no idea they're even being charged.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Awesome Sauce Radio. You guys make sure you follow Awesome Sauce Radio. Adam is a legend. He's a legend and he's doing fun stuff.
Okay, dude, this guy sucks. Okay, ready?
All right. You got to bring it up. Yeah.
I think I'll take a pass on that. I appreciate it, though.
No
Oh,
problem.
hang on. Hang on.
Looking for treasure.
Okay, cool. That's good that you guys are friendly. I go around teaching people about the Bible, those who are interested in it. You interested in that?
I think I'll take a pass on that. I appreciate it, though.
No problem, bro. Good luck out there. Like, we always sail the white flag. If you see me around, that's what I do. I'm always friendly. I don't attack players. So cool. All right, well, tell your friends we said hi.
So that's what this whole dude's channel is, dude. Check this shit out. Christian YouTuber and streamer. I tell people about Jesus in games.
Do you
This
gets
is
trolled constantly? People look for him because he's like, hey, if you see my ship out here throwing, with the white flag on it.
I'm live right now on youtube.com/EdwardPreach/live. Going into
You have AIDS.
What?
Yeah, when I die, I say some crazy shit.
Don't say that, bro. Jesus would not want you telling people they have AIDS. That's not cool, bro. Do you believe in Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Jesus would run around telling people they have AIDS?
I would get pissed if I found out some dude was talking to my kids like this.
what?
I would lose it if I found out some dude was.
You know what?
talking to
I
my
never
kids
even
like
thought of that. I was just looking at this guy as a fucking dork. But yeah, no shit.
I would
If
fucking lose it.
I actually never saw this video. He's talking to a little kid right there.
I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you are talking to my kid about anything religious, motherfucker? That's my job.
And then I'd be like, go get AIDS, motherfucker. Or some
Yeah,
shit.
go get raped.
Just talk shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna teabag your ass. Shout out to Patty.
What's your version that you believe in?
What's that? Sorry. Shout out
The
to who?
UFC dude that what was it? What's his name? Patty.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Patty Pimblett, right? Have you seen the teabag? All right, let me show you this real quick. Here we go.
You said this week you knew he was going to shoot for a single leg. Looked like you'd done your homework. Get him.
He teabags people now. Yeah.
Dude, like, that's cool in video games, but I don't know about that. That's super disrespectful, bro.
Halo, baby. That comes
as
straight
fuck,
from
though.
your game. That comes from your game, bro. You give me
My
shit about
game?
WoW.
I think a lot of people know about this, but a lot of people also don't.
I
Yeah, the
always think
heater.
this was storage under the oven. It's a broiler?
Did you know that?
I didn't know it was a broiler. I knew that it
Yeah.
could keep it warm. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
a broiler.
Yeah.
Years old.
Holy shit.
Jordan uses it for a broiler all the time.
Storage under the oven.
Growing up,
It's a
we use it for storage. 'cause
Yeah.
My parents taught it.
I
That's what you
never fucking knew that, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, huh? That's why
Yeah.
this is good reasons, like TikTok's the shit, right? There's, obviously some fucked up shit.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Man, I have so much shit. I don't even know which one to pick.
I got hold on. Where is it?
I got some behind the scenes of a favorite film as a child.
Check this out. Would you want one of these when you were a kid?
I feel like I had that.
Greetings, friend. I am Optimus Prime.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Convert.
Damn. Some new shit.
Hey, Optimus Prime. Greetings. Who are you?
That's fucking cool.
Is that the
man.
real dude's voice too?
Yeah.
When I said I had it, I meant that toy as a not the actual robotic one, but
Dude,
one
it
from
makes the
80s.
sounds and listen to it. Listen to it right here. It starts up like it's a diesel car. That's fucking awesome, bro.
That's sick, dude. How much
It
does that
is
fucking
sick.
thing go for? Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
How much does that go for?
I don't know, but I'm gonna fucking find out. All right, I got another one for you real quick. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Watch.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it.
She just caught them doing this as a neighbor. She's watching.
I want to see you do that. Fuck, man. So it's crazy. Everyone has a fucking phone now, right?
I know, dude. Did you see that one baseball player sliding into third and the phone fall out of his back pocket while he's sliding into third?
Yeah. I was gonna say, the one thing I hate about TikTok is there's so many like annoying pranks that they do that aren't even good, and it gives me like anxiety going out in public, because if someone came up to me and started doing a TikTok video, dude, I would want to just choke them out or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
like if you were at the store, like,
Ezra Miller on him or whatever.
well, what do you mean?
Like,
well, I remember he choked that chick and shit
yeah,
threw her down.
yeah.
I think that's a completely different situation.
I know, but that's what I'm getting. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
anyway,
he wigged out on him.
You know how I'm obsessed with like filmmaking and behind the scenes and shit, and we've always actually talked about how one of our favorite films growing up is what was it called? What the fuck was this movie called? Hang on a second. Oh yeah, Michael Jordan's Playground. Remember?
Yeah, the
so it was like
documentary.
it was like a cross of like
Nike,
highlights and then him just doing bullshit at the fucking park. Check this out. This is why I love TikTok, because shit like this shows up, and I've never seen this before.
To play one-on-one with him, you're like, to take his rebound, and you're like, okay, it's time to play. Doesn't I mean that's not what you say, but that's the attitude when you walk out to him, and then you hand.
That little young Zack Snyder.
Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Yep, do it again.
Oh no, you got the action first, huh?
Yeah, he was saying his line back there. Okay, action.
Maybe I could cover back.
That's crazy to me, dude.
Leave it, Walt. It'll happen.
Michael's ability made a quick impression on his new coach.
Oh, he's really good. It's actually quite good. He has, he's so natural that everything is just like easy with him. This is where you're getting ready to play.
Dude, I probably watched that Michael Jordan's Playground a million times, dude, when I was a little kid, dude. I would watch him do the highlights, and then I would go outside and try to like,
I had two sports documentaries that I watched over and over and over. There was an LT Lawrence Taylor documentary that they had. It was on VHS, and then that Michael Jordan documentary. All right, I got something really crazy to show you.
Okay.
Do you know? I mean, a lot of people know about this, but I didn't know that they were going to do a movie on it or a documentary on it. This is fucking crazy. Do you know about Army Hammer?
I get to come over
here.
Oh yeah,
I saw this.
Yeah. Goodies, completely incapacitating you until I was done with you.
There's something even crazier, dude. Where
talk about what happened in my relationship with Army Hammer. Not only is he an actor, he was gorgeous and tall, and I was starting to fall for him. But something didn't feel right.
Once the sexual nature of the DM started, it was all that he wanted to ever talk about.
And then he mentions the ropes. Like, it's like the ropes were around your neck, your wrists, your ankles,
all right, dude,
and your back. I had bruises.
Bro, that shit's
I know
crazy.
about all that shit.
Well, the crazy shit is that he started talking about cannibalizing him. He wanted to
Google this really
them.
quick, dude. He's actually been spotted, I think, in the Bahamas selling real estate.
Yep.
Did you see that shit?
I saw that. That was kind of a little heartbreaking. Like,
So with these documentaries, like, I believe it as much as I don't believe it, because even say that Michael Jackson documentary that came out with those kids, all that shit's being proven to be false and bullshit, and all these fucking texts and audios coming out that they got caught red-handed. You know what I mean? So, I don't
the
know.
dude from Australia, the one kid from Australia.
Yeah, there's always people getting caught, and you're like, "Fuck this motherfucker," and then you find out Johnny Depp, perfect story.
Yeah.
For 3
Yep.
years, he got shit on. You know what I mean? I'm glad I never
Big
jumped on that bandwagon, dude.
Yep.
I was just kind of like, kind of like what I'm doing with Armory Hammer right now. I don't. I think this is real, but this is very interesting because we need to do a deep dive on this one day. But this motherfucker's skydiving down on top of the pyramid. But if you look like right here, like what is written on there, there's shit written on top of it, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's just crazy.
People used to always go to the top of it, man. That's nuts, bro.
But I want to
bet
see
you he
like,
got arrested, almost arrested for that shit.
yeah, no shit.
Did you ever see Vitaly go up those things? Vitaly went to the top of the pyramid.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, he did that.
Who?
That shit's crazy. Vitaly, the dude that took 60 grams of mushrooms. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't understand what you were saying. But you're talking about Vitaly?
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying Tally. I was
No,
like,
no,
what the fuck?
Vitaly. Yeah, he did that when he was
Oh,
all
wow.
fucked up. He
Damn.
climbed it.
That's what that whole Yes Theory, one of their documentaries is about, is one of the guys from Egypt, and his whole goal was to climb up there, and he finally got actually special permission from the government, and when we went to go do it, it's just one like security guard was like, over my dead body, you're going up that, and he wouldn't let him go. And then he decided to do it 3 months later, and in the meantime there was like a government change, and his papers that said he could do it became fucking irrelevant and shit. So they end up hiking a like a Mayan fucking pyramid and shit, and I think it was in Guatemala or something like that. Dude, this is absolutely nuts to me. I'm pretty sure you've seen this. This is real for sure.
Yeah, that's scary as fucking shit, man. Oh my god, bro, that is so scary.
Not really sure why he's not running, but
how fast it got to him.
Yeah, I don't know if running would matter, but
Yeah.
maybe he's actually waiting behind that because it's a rock area.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
That is scary, dude. That is scary. That was
did
always
sur-
one
he
of
did
the scary
survive.
things. That was
did
always
survive.
one of the scary things for me as a kid, when like the cartoons would show like those dogs that are trained, you know, to go find people in the snow. And there's this really famous story about these hikers in Russia that they always thought it was a UFO thing, but basically that they got caught in an avalanche and they died. And it's really sad, man. That shit. Yeah, nothing can stop Mother Nature, man. Nothing. Shit's way too scary. Way too scary.
So another one of my favorite things about, or do you have another one, or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. The TikTok is just the filmmaking shit and behind the scenes, but I love seeing actors like early first roles, like, you know, and check this out.
One of Dave Chappelle's first TV appearances was on an episode of Home Improvement in 1995. In the episode, Dave Chappelle and Jim Breuer play buddies who attend a Tool Time taping, and Tim brings them on stage in order to work out their problems with their girlfriends. Dave Chappelle was such a hit with Executive, they gave his character a spin-off, which I'll talk about in part 2.
Dude, he's got to be probably about 18 years old right there.
Yeah.
18, 19, maybe 20.
I also love Jim Breuer, man. I love.
Oh,
hearing
Jim
him.
Breuer is, it's crazy seeing how fucking, one of his early roles too.
Yep.
This is crazy, dude.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle is a huge inspiration to me as like a filmmaker, just because before the Chappelle show got picked up, he made like 12 pilots over the course of about 10 years that didn't get picked up. Like the Chappelle Show was like the 13th thing he made, and most people will make like a pilot. They don't get picked up, so they give up a second one, maybe a third. Dude, he made 12, and they actually like had a nickname for him in the comedy scene. Like, I don't know exactly what it was, but like David Pilot Chappelle or something like that. And then sure as shit, Dave Chappelle Show is one of the fucking biggest shows in the entire fucking world, right? That's like fucking, that's inspiring as fuck, dude.
Yeah. I have so much respect for Dave Chappelle. It's unreal, dude. Just because for
The
how
goat, dude.
funny he is, the movies that he is in are fucking all-time classics, and how he handled and his perspective now is like, I got so much respect for that guy. Another thing, being a kid was, I'm not a huge baseball fan. You know, I played it and, you know, I followed it, you know, growing up, but
Cards.
Yeah, baseball cards. I was always so fascinated by Nolan Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Nolan's
He's a bad
fastball,
motherfucker.
there was no other sound like it.
Without a doubt, he is the most intimidating pitcher in the history of the game.
Go, dude.
Yes, more strikeouts than anybody. This is big Tex.
I guess I was born to be a pitcher.
So absolutely,
that's badass,
awesome.
dude. I like
Yeah.
watching documentaries on almost anything, dude. Even on stuff I don't necessarily like. But Nolan Ryan was like fucking. He was a savage. Remember when he fucking beat the fuck out of, was it Jesse
Robin
Ventura
Ventura?
or Robin Ventura? Yeah, Jesse
Yeah.
Ventura.
Dude, you want to hear something that's going to blow you away? He played from 1967, right? He started in 67, played all the way to the 90s, right? Do you know that Nolan Ryan never won the Cy Young?
Oh damn! All that shit's so biased, I guess.
Yeah.
Just with all those all those awards and shit, it's crazy. It's a
Yeah.
bunch of nerdy writers, dude, that vote for all that shit, dude.
Well, it's got a 98%.
They should have fucking. It should always be former athletes and
Yes,
players that
peers.
do that.
Yep.
Peers, yeah.
Yep.
Not
That's why I
fucking
love
some
how
dork.
hockey does that.
And then if you
Hockey's-
piss off the writer or whatever, then they fucking don't vote for you.
Yep.
Or it's bullshit.
Hockey does the Ted Lindsay Award, I think it's called, and it's the MVP as voted on by your peers. And to me, that's always the best award. But this is interesting because I love seeing when there's things that get such high scores. Got 98% certified fresh with 100% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
Yeah, so go check it out. It's on Apple TV, I guess. Obviously, there's ways to find it, but I'm really interested to see this, and I'm really interested to see the Kobe one that's coming out. So very cool.
It's got a couple more for you. There's this new theory floating around on TikTok. I want to see what you thought about this.
They go? Well, they didn't go anywhere. They are all around us in this post-apocalyptic.
So people
realm of ours.
believe that there's just these gigantic trees that existed, and that these are actually them,
It
but
is
they're
hard
still
to
here.
grasp the whole picture of our realm when we stand in the shadows of a much larger past.
And there's a lot
We
of
are
theories
no more
that there's a
than mere
fuckload of these in
standing on
Antarctica.
top of our anthill, thinking we truly know the world around us.
And there's a lot of theories that float around too, where giants existed, and this is kind of like,
Yeah, the Anunnaki.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have
That's just
you,
wild, dude.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube. I think he goes by Bright Insight, and he was on Rogan once. And he's got a really fascinating thing about what's the fucking place under the ocean?
Oh, Atlantis?
Atlantis.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Atlantis, yeah.
he talks about it being this place in Africa, right? And bro, I think that it's exactly what it is. It's this crazy thing that fits Atlantis perfectly and all the old stories about it. And he's got some really good videos called Bright Insight, I think, on YouTube.
Yeah, I love that shit, dude.
Yeah. Did you see this, bro? So, you know, obviously you guys, we talk about mysteries on the show, but I'm so fascinated by the James Webb Telescope. Pluto, 1996, what we
Yeah,
thought, what we
I
got
know
from it.
exactly where you're going with this.
2006, 2015. Look at that shit.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were going with a different.
That's Pluto. That's the fuck.
Yeah.
If this is true, like,
there's this conspiracy theory going around that Walt Disney created Pluto, and if you like look at the timeline of when the character was created, the planet, they discovered it, and then I guess if you look up on it, actually Pluto is outlined on the planet actually itself, and they're laughing at us. It's just a crazy conspiracy theory. I'm not saying I believe it. I just think it's
this
hilarious.
is just fascinating. The pictures, you know.
No, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like 1996, like Hubble was this is Hubble era right here. You know what I mean? Like, and this is 2015 technology. Our technology has gotten so much better, so fast, so fast.
You should have those pictures like that of the other side of the moon.
Yes, I agree. That's why people.
You know what else there should be? There should be a live feed of the Earth 24/7 also.
Well, that's why a lot of those UFO things that come from the NASA live feed of ISS.
Okay, check this out. This is pretty wild. Speaking of like NASA and shit. It's kind of a big secret. Did you know about this?
NASA was down at Chichen Itza like 10 years ago and basically put a covered wall around the El Castillo, the main pyramid, so that they could do testing. And they were there for like almost a month testing the frequencies apparently that are emitted from the pyramid there. That tells you something. Why it's not more widely known probably is because they found some exotic energy. They found some exotic discharge from the pyramid, and they haven't figured it out yet. There's a whole science and technology that's
interesting.
Missing.
Yeah.
Well, you know how
that's
I feel
crazy that
about,
fucking NASA does that. That they even did that. That's nuts.
You know,
and those pyramids are fucking everywhere, and they're discovering them by the hundreds with the new fucking out on the LiDAR shit. Yeah.
You know me, man, I'm fascinated by the whole thing with frequencies. And, you know, I did that for a living, you know, in space and defense for a long time. And, you know, just the fact that every physical thing has a tone or a frequency that will cause it to move, you know, will cause anything to ring like a bell. Things that you think have no chance to ring like a bell, you hit it with a certain tone and it'll ring like a bell. You know, that shit's fascinating to me. So
no, I agree with that. I thought you would think that stuff was gay and shit.
Oh no, man.
Because I've been actually looking in a lot of that stuff too. Like if you just the way you use sounds and you take like a bunch of those little fucking like sand or something, and they're all make shapes and shit like that, or you know, there's conspiracies of like Tesla, how how Tesla just was obsessed with that, and he had machines that use frequencies to heal people and shit like that they pretty much destroyed, and you know, they don't want us to know about and shit like that.
That's ridiculous. That's whenever I hear that shit, that I get so pissed.
What, you know? Like the Tesla stuff?
Yeah, because man, he was, and Edison was a fucking prick, dude. That guy was a fucking asshole, man, and he made that guy's life living hell.
Yeah, and the way he died was just so like sad and lonely, and I think I actually stayed in the hotel he died in. Is the New Yorker, or then was it the New York or something like that? It's for a Halo tournament. Dude, did you know this? Hang on.
And we all know was originally cast as the Predator in this film. However, he was
I didn't know that, dude. This is actually,
it looked like a bug
if you're into film stuff, it's called Raiders of the Lost Podcast. They just talk about film shit. It's twin brothers.
It was hard to move.
But yeah, that's crazy, dude.
A few times they redesigned the Predator into something more agile and scarier, and that's when it was cast with Kevin Peter Hall, who's also much taller than Jean-Claude Van Damme, as this new Predator. And speaking of the design of the
yeah, that's crazy. Anyway,
fascinating, bro. I got something that I definitely want to show you. All right, hold on. So this is fascinating, and you're gonna fucking laugh your ass off at this, dude. So a company, the National Sports Card Convention happened a couple weeks back, right, in Atlantic City, and Whatnot, the app that I use to sell and stuff, they have a sports card division, and they bought a box of 1986-87 Fleer basketball, which is the Michael Jordan rookie year, for $160,000 and gave packs away, right, for free. But
just for like promotional shit or
yeah,
something.
for promotion, right? And bro, this is you're not gonna believe this shit. This just came out the other day. Watch.
Okay. I've seen. Oh yeah, I saw this actually.
Okay, this is a bad one here. Whatnot, the selling app, gave away a box of 86-87 Fleer at the National. They had some of your favorite influencers, and some of them we're going to see on this video, open the packs. Everyone from Pac-Man to Backyard Breaks to Blez to Card Collector 2 to Sports Card Investor. I think that we're watching a box break. Now the sequence.
Okay, so the thing about 86-87 Fleer basketball, and a lot of old school sports card collectors know this, the cards came in a sequence. So you could tell, if you opened one pack, you could tell which other packs would have all the Jordan rookies in this, right? And it came in a sequence where it alternated between two sequences that are 66 cards apart. And he'll explain it right here. Are you ready?
Of cards can flip randomly during a pack when you're opening a pack during an authentic pack, but the sequence will then pick right back up. Now I'll post several articles. I'll post several videos of people actually literally predicting each card before it even gets opened, because there is a specific sequence how these cards came out of packs, authentic packs of 86-87 Fleer basketball. And so once you know the sequence, and I'll tell it to you, but I'll also post the links and videos to describe it. Once you know the sequence, you could watch, say, for instance, that Drake and Ken Golden break where they opened 86-87 Fleer basketball boxes and know what's coming next and anticipate a Michael Jordan being pulled because of the sequence of cards. Okay, here's how it works. I'll tell you the sequence, but then I'll also break it down visually, because if you see it actually visually, it's a lot easier to understand. Packs of 86 Fleer have two distinct parallel sequences.
You can't just wrap it up for us. You just tell us.
66 cards.
He's talking about it right here. Watch.
And move in a descending order. So again, that didn't sound like English, but this will. So if your top card's a number 32 Patrick Ewing, the next card, 90, unless the order flips, is going to be a 98, card number 98, Dan Shays. And then the next card, unless the order flips, is going to be a number 31, Julius Erving. And then the next card, I think you could predict it, is going to be a 97, Ralph Sampson. And then the next card, probably predict it, is going to be a 30, a number.
Watch.
His favorite influencers out there.
I have no idea what's going on.
Johnson cards in a row.
So basically what he's saying is, if you're opening up a real unopened pack of this stuff, they're in a sequence, right? They're not, and definitely not in alphabetical order. Watch what happened when they open these packs,
which appear on the checklist altogether.
Steve Johnson, Magic Johnson. I think that right there would already be anything my man Jeff would have pulled. Frank Johnson. These might be my.
What, they're cheating?
They didn't know. They bought a box that they thought was authenticated as legit for $168,000, right? Opened it all over YouTube channels everywhere, and it was fucking fake. The cards are in there, but it was still tampered with. $168,000 box. This is such a big deal because so many things like this are going to start happening, and people are spending that type of money on these unopened boxes. And
didn't that happen to Logan Paul with Pokemon?
That's exactly what I'm getting at. The same guy that authenticated the Logan Paul box authenticated this. He is the main guy that
why don't they start looking into this dickhead?
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. It is fucking crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy shit, man. So that just happened the other day. The collecting world is it's fascinating, you know, how much money is coming into that, you know, from that world.
He's fucking tripping balls, huh? That dude from Whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I had, dude. I don't know if you had anything else or.
No, I'm good, brother.
That concludes TikTok time. But you know, if you do enjoy TikTok, we are on there as _Bogcast. We got a shit ton of videos on there, actually, just of different guests we've had and some clips from me and McClay. So they're about a minute long. Sometimes some of them are like 15 seconds, shit like that. So
I love the YouTube trick where where you're like, I didn't know that.
well, I don't know. I felt like an idiot, but I was like, you know what? There's
Perfect.
probably a
A lot of
million people that don't know that, so I'll look like an idiot. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I realize like there's gonna be people comment like, you fucking idiot, how do you not know that? But it's like, I don't give a shit, whatever. Someone else will learn from that, then cool. But anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like and comment. We enjoy you guys comment because it's like cool interaction and shit like that. So do you have anything else, McClay? Make sure to subscribe to McClay's channel Beyond Wednesdays. You did change the channel name now, right? So it's
Everything's
youtube.com/Beyond Wednesdays.
Beyond Wednesdays. We have a great show on Wednesday nights and a great show on Saturday nights. More shows that are going to be coming.
And then follow him on Instagram at Brian McClay. Follow me on Instagram at Keith J Obit. Let's see what else we got here. That's about it, guys. Join us every Thursday night. Actually, you know what? Really quick, just one last time. Just let us know what strain you are smoking, and I will pick a random person to send stickers and magnets to. Last week, Stowman, you won again, dude. So once we get the new stickers in, I'll send them out to you and make sure. So.
And for anybody that's thinking about signing up for the membership, you get extra videos. We're going to be getting back into doing more interviews soon, as soon as the COVID craziness has kind of ended for me. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's done that.
Yeah, thank you guys. You guys fucking rule. All right, we'll see you next week.